In the last episode, we skirted the Gulf Stream from Stuart, Florida to Beaufort, North Carolina. From there, we waited out a low-pressure system that came through, and then we had a visit with some friends and went to town, and this video picks up where we left off. There's Validated. Gotta say bye to Sput for a little bit. He wants some peace and quiet. So Nick and I, we're gonna go ashore, get some food, a couple drinks, check out this little town. Check out Nick's YouTube channel, Rendezvous with the Ramies.
This is what life is like with a dinghy motor, huh? I've been paddling like a peasant for years.
Oh, I don't know if you've seen mine, but I just use the little electric trolling motor most of the time. There's Validated. Pretty good boat shoes.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones like.
Oh, very strange.
Bum bum ba-dum. There's a lot of boats that pulled in. Look at that.
Oh damn.
Those were not here.
Boy, what the hell, Tim? He's rolling off the
Well, we were on a starboard tack. The boat was like this.
Oh, so
I was like, I gotta sleep on this side. And then he went to put it down, and it didn't fit. This is a first. Pretty fun. We are gonna go do some laundry. We've got a day to kill. And that Caribbean, or not Caribbean, but that Florida weather is really muggy, hot and muggy. So we've all been sweating in our clothes and on our bed sheets and everything. So Sput's been cool enough to give us fresh bed sheets, but I figured, you know, if we're just they're gonna go to the laundromat, and like, hey, I'll do mine too. Wash the sheets and the pillowcase and everything, just because you can't help it. You're hot, that's it. But still here in the Anchorage in Beaufort. Tour boat over there. And that there is Bill, SV Avamar. So you could check them out on YouTube, also Sailing Avamar, and I'll put a link down there, and we're gonna go check out his boat pretty soon too. Waiting for time to go by, but let this low pressure pass before we move on. That's the mothership. Look at that beautiful vessel.
Sir, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Welcome aboard again.
Thank you.
We sat around talking about nerdy boat stuff, and Bill showed us his Liberty 38. Really cool boat.
I think in the 90s had used it. You can sit in it when you're on a tack. You're level.
Yeah,
Like a stove.
that's cool.
It's like the coolest thing ever.
Well, hello, I'm just videoing your home here.
Absolutely. I'm just working away.
You're very,
That's what I do.
April said, "You'd be a good
Wow, that's a nice nav desk.
I heard
Nice
a
little
master's
Force
degree in
10.
writing.
Is it?
Yeah.
I elegant.
Here's the
She's
Veep
working
stuff here, and this is your
stuff.
Victron
This is
control
your-
center.
Yeah.
No.
Oh boy.
So he does a whole series on cheap lithium batteries and grades.
I forgot my wallet. We went in town to do some laundry, and I bumped some money to get the laundry started, but we're gonna be hanging out for a minute. I want to grab a shirt and maybe a beer with the guys, and so I'm getting my wallet. Just going back to the boat real quick. But check this out. It rained so hard that it activated the hydrostatic and inflated that PFD. Laundry's done. We're gonna drop the laundry off. Spud's gonna change his shoes, and we're gonna go back and get a burger and a beer. Hey, whoa, 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 take it easy, Jack. All right, we are fed. We had a couple brewskis. I got my souvenir. Now we're headed back to validate some rest. All right, Thursday, day 5. Sun's gonna go down in probably about an hour or two, and we're gonna be heading out in the morning. There's the sun. We'll be heading out in the morning. Hopefully first light. We've got about 2 days and 13 hours of distance to cover, and when we leave in the morning, that is gonna push it for my flight. I know I shouldn't have booked a flight, but I did, so I can reschedule my flight if I have to, or fly on standby or something. But we're kind of racing the clock for that, so we'll see if we make it, see if I get on that flight or not. Super fun day. Really nice to come out here and kind of get the vibe of what it's like to be a cruiser, even though I'm just visiting. You know, we did a long passage, came down into this Beaufort inlet and hung out with some cruisers, and went to shore a couple times, and just seeing all the different boats come in and you know, anchor, and just a couple of different scenarios where people have to move and stuff. It just gives you kind of just a tiny little peek into what it would be like if you were a full-time cruiser. So it's been really fun. So I connected with this guy on YouTube. His name is Fred, nicknamed Sput. We call him Captain Sput. And I was watching his videos and stuff, and you know, he's kind of a new sailor like me, and just, you know, kind of had some things in common. And I saw that he took his boat from Virginia down to Florida, and I hit him up and I said, hey man, if you ever need crew to, you know, do any longer passages, I'd love to be a part of it and give me some East Coast experience, since I don't really know anybody else on the East Coast. And he was like, as a matter of fact, I'll be taking my boat from Stuart, Florida on up to the Chesapeake Bay. So he told me he was doing that sometime in June, and I made the decision to go ahead and pull the trigger and fly out and do the passage with him. As per Captain Sput's predictions, the low pressure system did show up, and with it, it brought a lot of rain and a light show. I wasn't used to that sort of weather, but it was pretty cool to see it firsthand.
Yep.
I'm used to our little sprinkles, but this is no joke.
I'll plug it from right here.
From inside.
Oh, there we go. It's 3 in the morning, and that storm has been coming hard in bursts. So we kind of felt like we might be dragging, and we're just all on high alert. We're all up right now, and everybody in the anchorage is kind of swung at different directions right now. So everybody's kind of in their closest point, and just hard to tell, you know, when everybody's swinging in different directions, what's going on, you know. Well, we made it through the night. That was pretty exhilarating at times. It's about 6:45 right now, a.m. and Friday morning, and we're about to push off. So goodbye, Beaufort. You've been lovely. A really nice place. But right now is the perfect time for us to get out of here because there is more weather coming in. But we don't have any more time to chill out. We've got to go. See you, Bill. Super cool dude. Glad to meet you.
All right, so just got a text from my brother Tim B, Tim BSC. He's on his way up from Jacksonville on a tugboat. And he says, "Morning, Spud. Just a heads up. I'm 90 miles west of Beaufort, or Beaufort, whichever one, and a few miles off Cape Fear Light. And it's shitty out here. Luckily, we are in a 200-ton ocean-going tugboat going with the seas. But there's some nasty shit out here. So be safe. Call me if you want to talk weather." We already expected to ride the backside of a low that pushed through last night. You saw that low, and that's why we didn't want to be caught out there trying to round Hatteras. But the backside still has some stuff, but it has winds. Now, those winds are forecasted to die out later on this evening, so we want to get the best of it that we can, and hopefully, you know, if we can get 15 hours out of it, that would be nice. That would be helpful. Then it's probably motoring again. So,
Until the Chesapeake Bay?
Yeah, until the Chesapeake Bay.
Okay.
Then the waters get real different.
Yeah, but it's gonna be rough. Like I said, you got that, you know, thousands and thousands of feet going down to 60 feet right there at Hatteras, and it stacks up. So.
All right, you just heard Spud, Damage Control Sailing, tell us that his buddy Tim B, it's Tim B at Sea, that's his channel?
Yes.
Tim B at Sea is out there right now at right around Cape Fear, and he's in a 200-ton tugboat, offshore tugboat, and he was telling Spud that it's not good out there. It's crappy. So be ready. Fingers crossed that everything goes well, and we're gonna head out to the open ocean and get this thing going. But it has been really, really cool to come and kind of just, you know, make some new friends with these guys, and we all really just met on YouTube. People keep asking me, how'd you meet these guys? And honestly, you just you find their Instagram, send them a message, start chatting, and you can get a feel for who's cool, you know. And here I am, 1,000 miles on a passage with some new friends that literally just met on YouTube. So pretty cool.
We're heading out.
Thank you.
I got to meet you guys.
See you, Bill. You guys are a wonderful couple.
All right. Thanks for everything.
Be
Hey
safe.
guys, I'll be watching for you. When you take off.
We're right behind you. We're right behind you.
All right. No, you get. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna save myself the time here. I'm gonna jump it. Oh, she's pretty.
Nick's having all the fun.
Nick just realized he's out of shape.
Everybody can get, get to come back for a week, to the rear and fly in the rear. Which is based on the first time, it's done invasion.
Should fucking take it out on me.
No, I love my little vessel.
I never talked shit on my boat. I made the mistake of doing it once, and after that, man, like 4 things broke, and I had a bad sail. I'm like, fuck. Took on water in the dock.
And, you know, but every boat has its purpose.
Just got ourselves an extra knot and a half.
And that's good, Andy. Thank you.
There is the buoy marking the edge of the shoal.
All right.
Ready to John?
Ready to dive.
All right, John. John is slow.
There you go. So now we're headed to Cape Hatteras. Downwind. All right, just checking in. Time right now is 12:18 Saturday morning. Just came on my watch right now, and we've been actually sailing for the past 4 or 5 hours. And I went downstairs and took a nap before my watch for about 4 hours. And the whole time I was down there sleeping, we were sailing. And then right before I came up, I guess we were going too slow, down to 3 knots. So we turned the motor back on. But at least this time we're not motoring downwind where the diesel fumes come and swamp you. We're motoring against the wind right now. We have rounded Cape Hatteras, and we've got about 1 day, 10 hours to go before our destination. All right, morning of day 7. It is Saturday morning, 8 something, I don't know. But we're motoring, been motoring quite a bit on this trip, but we did do some good sailing. We're making good enough time that we're optimistic that I'll still make my 6:05 p.m. flight, but I'm ready to reschedule it if I have to. But the weather's beautiful here, and the company's good, the food is good, and the sailing and being out on the water is great. So I got no complaints if I got to reschedule my flight, no big deal. We keep smelling something. We're here at offshore right off of Virginia Beach, and keep smelling, it kind of smells like propane. Not sure if it's the area or if it's something on the boat, but it keeps wafting through. And so Sput has turned off all the propane solenoid, all the burners of the stove were already off. He turned off the valve on the propane tanks and gave the engine a smell test. Now he's down checking the bilge. He doesn't have a bilge blower. Luckily, I do have a bilge blower because my boat originally came with an Atomic 4. And so you need a blower with a gas engine. But just kind of trying to figure out where this smell is coming from. All right, so I walked up to the bow. We didn't smell anything. I didn't smell anything up at the bow. Sput was still back in the cockpit. And I figured, oh, let me just take a look in the propane locker, and he had already turned it off. And as soon as I opened up the propane locker, he could smell it even more. So pretty sure something in here has sprung a leak and just decided to call it a day. Virginia Beach. Still smelling?
No.
Cargo ship, cargo ship, cargo ship. This is sailing vessel validated. Please come in. I don't know his name. It's not coming up on AIS.
Sailing vessel validated. Are you calling in Nicholas T. Outbound ship Cape Henry Channel? Heading Harbor Fest, Tugmuster. Channel 62 Alpha, frequency 157 meters south.
Possibly name's not coming up on AIS. I don't know what to call them. What's the name again? Over.
Let's go to channel 13, please.
Copy 13. Sailing vessel validated on 13. Come in.
Hey, are you the sailing vessel under power by Bowie 7, Cape Henry Channel?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, this is the Nicholas T. We're going to be keeping this heading. We'll be out of your way.
Okay, we will take your stern. Thank you, sir. Validate it out.
I don't know what it is.
In the default settings.
We are skirting right through this anchorage next to all these tankers. Just chilling like villains. All right, 2:07 a.m. on Sunday morning, last day of the trip. And we're doing 7 knots coming up the Potomac River, headed up to Washington, D.C. area, or Quantico, Virginia. And we're doing 7 knots. Let's see here. Looks like we've got about 7 hours, 7.5 hours to go, depending on speed. And about 52.8 nautical miles left. And it's a little bittersweet to be calling it an end to this trip. You know, it's been really nice to be out on the water this long and kind of get my sea legs a little bit. But also anxious to get back home and see my family. I miss everybody. And it's been real fun hanging out with Sput and Nick. Coming up the Potomac River right here. But they have it like that so they can get water. Moving from the Atlantic Ocean to the Potomac River, the water turned from bright blue to this brownish green. Potomac River. Yeah. We are almost there. We are in the last couple hours here in the Potomac River. And I'll go back to reality. Doing this for you, Dad. I know you're right here with me. Spud's getting the dock line set up. They do pylon docking here, so it's a little different. And check this out. He's got these 2 fenders right here with a board so that he can put the board against, the pylon and then rotate it without the pylon actually touching the boat. So that's like a bumper for the boat. Different things, different places do things different ways. And Quantico is dead ahead. This is where they do the maintenance for the presidential helicopter fleet, right there. So Air Force 2, all that stuff, this is where they bring it to maintain it. Marine Corps Base, Quantico Marina.
It looks like I'm gonna run into the wall, but the wind is going that way, so.
It's a narrow little inlet. We are here. We're here. Woo! So here we are, pulling in. There's the seawall.
Oh, he's there, that sucker.
Yeah, he is.
All right, we're still going to spring.
You want that? You want the one that's more inboard?
Someone's in his spot. He's been calling and telling him to get out of there. But somebody's in his spot right here. So, but here's the Marine Corps Base, Quantico Marina. That's a little frustrating for Sput that somebody's in his spot right now.
Fred, I don't know what the draft is on this number 5 down here, but it gives you a little more space.
You see the discoloration in the water there. Shows you how shallow this marina is.
All right, so it says it's 6 feet.
Okay, 6 feet of work.
Yeah, we're at, the tide is very high right now.
So by now you guess I'm on land. We are here. We docked the boat, as you saw. Got a little crazy for a minute. So I'm gonna take a quick shower before we disembark. All right, that's it. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe, all that jazz. And that was quite the adventure. Thanks, Sput, for having me. I really enjoyed that. Nick, it was great to meet you. You guys are a great crew and great captain. Really, really nice boat that SV validated. So, we'll see you at the next one. Cheers.